news update. Now, a lot is happening in our territory as we speak. Now, on July 19th, Minister of Health and Social Development, Honorable Carvin Malone, delivered some daunting news of an airline passenger testing positive on arrival into St. Vincent and the Grenadines after traveling from the territory of the Virgin Islands on July 15th. After this revelation, things have escalated very quickly. Just this morning, the government of the Virgin Islands announced that all residents and visitors on Jost Van Dyke are to remain at home under quarantine for the period of 7 days starting today. The order will end on July 28th at 5:01 a.m., which is subject to change based on conditions provided by the Health Emergency Operations Center. Residents on the island of Jost Van Dyke is to remain at home for 24 hours daily at their place of residence and are not permitted to come out on the street for a full 7-day period. No person or vessels are permitted to travel to or from Jost Van Dyke except with the permission of the Minister of Health and Social Development in consultation with the Joint Task Force. Any persons residing or have visited the island of Jost Van Dyke will be subjected to robust contact tracing and COVID-19 community testing by the Ministry of Health and Social Development and the British Virgin Islands Health Services Authority within this period. Now, Governor of the Virgin Islands, Augustus Jaspert, said in a statement as he addressed this curfew, he said, and I quote, "Cabinet has introduced this curfew as a precaution to protect public health under the powers available to the Minister of Health." Governor Jaspert clarified in his statement that the island of Jost Van Dyke does not have a widespread outbreak, but to Cabinet's knowledge, one person from the island tested positive after leaving the BVI. He explained that the Health Services Authority have already conducted contact tracing and have isolated at-risk individuals. He said, and I quote, "It is only right that we do everything possible to minimize the risk of further transmission. We have seen regional isolations being effective in other parts of the world and believe this cautious approach is the best thing for the BVI as public safety is our top priority." Now, of course, this lockdown has caught many residents here in the territory and as well on Jost Van Dyke by surprise. Residents were caught off guard and unable to properly prepare for this lockdown, but Governor Jaspert assured persons that residents living on Jost Van Dyke and persons who are on Jost Van Dyke right now will not be left without food or supplies, and the government will be providing food and other essential supplies throughout this curfew. He revealed funding has already been set aside by Cabinet to do so. Now, viewers, there is so much information surrounding this story, so I do want to encourage you to join us at 6 p.m. for our evening newscast for more on this story. Of course, I am Kyla Kenesha Forbes with your afternoon update.